Hey, welcome everybody to your recovery workout, special edition DEFI WIND. Yes, what is this about? This is about recovering from a long distance race like the DEFI WIND, or maybe just a long day racing or surfing, wing foiling, whatever on the water. So this special edition, as I said, is especially for DEFI WIND. And if you have 2 races each day, 40 kilometers each, so that's a long, and you need to recover properly to keep up not just with the pros but with anybody. So you should use the night or the evening, of course, to make new friends, meet old friends, have a beer, enjoy the whole event, of course. But I'm pretty sure everybody has like 10, 15, or maybe 20 minutes to do a proper recovery for your next day. I have a variety of recovery tools right here, but actually the only one we use or we need is a tennis ball. The other ones are nice to have, but we don't need them. All right? But anyway, let me explain to you how to use those. This is a regular black roll in the long edition, or foam roller. You know, I really trust in those. I have a mini. This is especially for smaller surfaces, for smaller muscles. I will teach you how to use this one. We have a special black roll. It's called Twin, and you see how they are shaped. You can carve deeper into the muscles and relieve some pain, for example. And yes, we have also some trigger points. If you have those, perfect, but they can be very hurtful. All right. And why do I have a yoga block or a cord block? Because if you are laying just on a tennis ball, it's not that hard. You know, you don't even see from your angle the tennis ball anymore. But to create some more pressure, we put this ball on this block, and there you go. Then you have a decent point if you want to lay down, for example. All right, so let's do this. I'm more than ready to teach you or do a recovery workout with you. It's gonna be amazing, trust me on this one. All right, so how to keep going. How do we start? Actually, we are recovering or speed up the recovery of all those muscle parts that are in heavy use for the DEFI WIND. All right? So we use the tennis ball first, and I explain to you how to use it with the black roll, for example, as well. So it doesn't have to be a cord block. Can be a book or something else. All right. We want to loosen up our calves a bit. And now we put our calf on it. Find a trigger point where it hurts. That's a trigger point. And now we stay there. We just don't roll. We stay there. And after we found it, we are moving the joint next to it. Now I'm moving my foot. And trust me, this already hurts, and I didn't do any racing today. Yes, I had my workouts in already, but this is a good one. Ooh. Trust me on this one. If the pain isn't that strong anymore, roll a bit on it, find another way, another point, and then same procedure. All right. Of course, we do this on the other side. Find the point and move your joint. Moving the joint allows the ball or the roll, whatever, to dig deeper into the muscle. Okay? So this is all we need right now. Perfect. So I can really recommend to press pause, do this workout or work on this area, and then come back with me, press play again, and do the rest of the workout. Join me for the rest. All right? If you use a roll, for example, you can start at the same way, find the trigger point, but this is way more gentle because the surface is more flat than this one. Of course, you see it, right? Of course, so this can be very gentle, and if it's too gentle, put your other knee above it, your other leg, and then you start moving your joint. The other one is increasing just the weight to dig deeper into the muscle and the fascia to relieve some pain, some stress, and speed up the recovery. And if you have a black roll afterwards, then you can start, just afterwards, you can start to roll gentle on it. And then you can roll and move it from side to side. You see? And of course, this is for every exercise. Press play. Do this as long as you want and as good as it feels. And then come back with me, press play, and join me for the next exercise. Perfect? I'm pretty sure. So, calves are relaxed right now. Let's come to your next muscle group, the hamstrings. Perfect. So, if you don't have a chair and you are just laying, a tennis ball isn't enough. Totally not. Because, you see, you cannot do that much. Yes, it's better than nothing, of course. But if you have your book, your yoga block or whatever, that's way better. To find it, put some pressure on it, find the trigger point and stay there. Perfect tool. We come to the black roll later. You know what's even better? Sitting on a chair. But if you're sitting on a chair, make sure your feet are not touching the ground. So we use this yoga block or a book or whatever. Place the tennis ball in here. And now, once we have the trigger point, we move the knee joint. You see that one? And this can be very hurtful, especially if you lift your body with your hands, or if you then lean a bit more forward. You see, I cannot even stretch my leg. Whoo! And I start to shake. So this is a very, very good one. And you can go all the way up until the beginning of your glutes with the hamstrings. All right? So we do it like this. That's a very, very good one. If you want to use your black roll, your foam roller, of course, lay on it, find the point, stay there, and you see, you cannot move that much. And afterwards, of course, you can start to roll. You see? There you go. And how do we keep going with our quads? I'm sorry already. With our quads, which is the front side of our upper legs, we start with the tennis ball, of course. So we cannot cause any much harm if we just lay on it, because our feet are already lifting our leg if we have them this way, so not that much pressure. Of course, we take our book, cork block, yoga block, you name it. And now I do it a bit more sideways so that you can see it even better. We find the spot. I'm pretty sure some of you have the spot in this area, right above the knee, especially here. That's common for racers. And if you have it right here, find it, stay on it. It's already painful. Okay? And now, guess what I'm doing? I'm bending my leg. You see? This is not so nice, but this will help a lot. And of course, you keep going, find those spots, move your leg. Same goes with the black roll. Or let's take this one. If we have this one, we find the point. This allows us to dig deeper, especially with the shape where the, I don't know, it looks like a rope, right? Where those ropes or the lines aren't straight, but more in that way. So then you find a way, stay there, and then you keep moving this one as well. Trust me, this is a very good one. And afterwards, of course, with the black roll, you can start to roll. Yes? Same goes with this side. If you have something right here on your side, put your upper leg to the front. Now find the point on the side and then, that's a good one. Then you start to move your leg, bend your leg. There you go. Of course, on the other side. If you have more, go for it. Same with the tennis ball. But I can already say, this one was hard. Can you imagine how hard this one will be? If you have a point on the side. Oh, I'm doing some bowling. You see, and of course you do it on both sides. So, I hope you know how to use it. Now let's come to the glutes. The glutes and the hips. So, what are we doing? We sit on the ball, find the point, and then get our feet on the ground, both, and now, wait. You have them like here, and now you twist your leg, and you start, you start to dig into your glutes. And here you just stay. There is not much movement. Of course, you do it on the other side. But on which side you start, on this side you twist your leg. All right? There you go. So I guess you know what this is about. Nothing good, because it hurts. And after you've done it, press play and come back with me. Okay, the next thing, we cannot pretty much do it in a decent way with the black roll, but after I explained everything, this makes totally sense for you. If we are racing the whole day like this, our hips or hip flexors are always in this position. They are more bended, all right? But we want to loosen our hip flexors up. You know, we want to have them as flexible and as smooth as possible. Soft. So, take your block, take your tennis ball, position it right here, and now you lay down on it. Then you find the point, and once you have it, you can put some pressure on it while crossing your legs, for example. Find a point, stay there, be very gentle, okay? Don't put too much pressure on it, be gentle. And I would recommend to start with one leg on the ground and the other one is right here. And then if you want, you can move your leg to the side. And of course, the other one. There you go. You see where the tennis ball is? Right on my hip flexor, right here. And this is how you loosen up your hip flexors as well. You're welcome. So, for the next one, we use a black roll. And to loosen up our back a bit, we can use the black roll. Lay there and only move it a bit. Stay there if you have a point. Exactly. Nothing else, you see. Only don't roll like this, all right? Only stay there if you have a point, then move from one side to the other, okay? And if you really want to create some movement in your spine, you can have different exercises, but that's more mobility and not recovery, all right? So we want to hit our lower back muscles and only want to hit them one more time and don't really roll on the spine. For this one, for example, this is even better because there's no pressure on, it takes the pressure off the spine, you know? And you exactly find the points where it is in your lower back. Woo! There you go. So what else do you have? Of course, your lats. And how do we get along with our lats? With our back muscles. So we can sit next to a wall or stand next to a wall, have a tennis ball, find a point, especially in the area of the shoulder, and then we move our arm sideways. And of course, to the front. And this goes for the whole area off the back. You see? Of course. If you have something on your delts, lean against it and move your arm to the front and to the side while leaning against the tennis ball. All right? But there's the most important part we don't want to skip. It's your forearms that has to be in shape and has to be as recovered as possible for your next race. So, how do we get along? How do we do this? Take a table or do it flat on the ground, but do it like this. Have your tennis ball right here. Then find the point. And once you had the point, move your wrist. You see? You can also find it more on the inside, maybe more on this side, but I'm pretty sure it's not right here. It's here, it's this area where you just move your wrist. Of course, you can do it with a Black Roll Mini. Right? Or if you're a tough guy, use a trigger point. So, and this is how to work with those tools. Now, after we had those, we just do a bit gentle stretching afterwards to keep our muscles as flexible as possible. All right? So, what do we do? First of all, we want to lay down, lift our leg, grab it underneath the knee, and pull it towards your chest. Now we stretch our leg and we start to roll with our feet. And into the other direction. There you go. And on the other side. And we lift our knee, our leg. We start rolling with our feet. And into the other direction. There you go. Have your foot on the ground. Right hand goes on the left side of the left knee and pulls the left knee to the right side. While the left arm is put in the side. And now we twist like this. And with every exhale, you feel like your knee is getting more to the floor. How you loose up. Or how everything is loosening. Come back. Stretch your leg. Put the other foot on the ground and the left arm goes on the right side of the right knee and puts the right knee to your left, while the right arm is falling aside. Keep your shoulder blades on the floor. And you come back in the middle. Put both feet on the floor and have your knees falling to the right side. And to the other one. Come to the middle. Stretch one leg. Grab the other one and pull yourself up. You like that? We're not done. We stay as stiff as possible with our lower back. We come back to the front. To your feet. Lean over. Lean over, lean over, lean over. And if you can, grab your toes or your feet. And feel the stretch in your hamstrings. That's a good one. Re-grab it. And everybody's flexibility is different, so no worries, okay? If you're not that flexible, it's okay, but keep doing something. And we keep staying here for a few seconds. There you go. You like that, right? Pretty sure you do. So, to also stretch the hip flexors one more time, we are going into a lunge position like this, and now we bend forward. Put your knee over your toes as much as you can. You feel the stretch on the other side in your hip. And if you don't feel it, get up with your back, with your upper body. But if you don't feel it, or if it's already too heavy, stay here, okay? As I said, not everybody is as flexible as I am, or I am way not as flexible as I want to be. Okay, there you go. And the other side. Lean forward first. If you can, get up with your upper body. There you go. Perfect. How to stretch your forearms. Palms to the front. Now have your hands like this, bend over, and now you go back. Very gentle with your knees. You straight away feel the pressure or the stretch. You feel the stretch in your forearms. Lean a bit more backwards if you can. There you go. And now, do the child's pose. All right? First of all, you're in your hero pose. Maybe you know this one. That's where you can stay all day and you stretch your ankles as well. Okay? But anyway, put your hands to the front and have your glutes sit on your heels. Now we want the biggest stretch possible in this pose. Now, we move our knees to the side of the mat or as much as we can to the outside to get lower with our upper body to the floor. And in this position, you already feel the stretch on your side. And with our fingertips, we start to move to the left side. You feel the stretch in your right side of your upper body. And to the back, to the front, sorry, and to the other side. Come back to the front. There you go. Quadruple stance, like this. And now, one last time we do this cat and cow stuff, you know, but we do the opposite like the yoga version, all right? Now, we inhale and make a round back like a cat. And while we exhale, we are arching our back and look up. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, exhale. All right, everybody. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing? I'm pretty sure you feel way better than before this workout. I showed you how to use some tools, how to work with those. Actually, the most important tool you can use or you need is a tennis ball. And of course, as you've seen, it's way easier if you use a cord block, yoga block, you name it, or a book. If you have them, those are really nice to have to speed up your recovery as well. If you cannot take the pain off a tennis ball, use a black roll or the other tools from black roll like trigger points, mini rolls, twin roll, whatever. But as I said, the tennis ball is also very gentle because it's soft and it gives in. So, and after we did this, we experienced how to stretch a bit to recover as well. I hope you liked this one. I wish you all the best for your next day, your next race at the DEFI Wind, and I hope I see you guys in the live Q&As or on the water.